Well, welcome back, cadets. Have I got an explosive episode for you today? That's right, today we're finally doing airsoft grenades. Now, I seen these marked as Nerf products online, but I couldn't find Nerf selling any of them. Best I could tell is the reason they say that is because it uses these Nerf type balls. The big ones and the little ones. It's actually the medium and the small size, which is like 0.75 inches and 0.55 inches. I know the smaller one's 14 millimeters. Not sure about the big one. But Nerf does not sell these. The images I seen, they did have like Nerf darts coming out of them. But that's obviously digitally edited because I gotta tell you, these are a little lacking for capacity. Now, these come in all kinds of shapes and sizes if you get the pack off Amazon. And there's a few things I should show you about how to use them. Now, I'm sure the first thing you're thinking is, what comes out of this thing? And I gotta tell you, none of those balls made it on camera. You'll see in a bit, we had some trouble videotaping predicting where these things are going to spray. See, wherever it hits, it sprays out the other way. So if you throw it like this and it hits like this, it's going to open up, and then these little cradles spring open and they shoot it back wherever it came. Very often you'll throw this and it'll shoot right back at you. That's why it's best not to try to twirl it, but to throw it straight up over something. Like a room you're not in or something. You throw this in a room, it gets everyone's attention. I'll go over the spit and the range, but my favorite way to load them up is you push two of the tabs down, you close it, you load one up, push the other one down, you close it, you load the last two, and you close it again. And then you try to slip the pin back in there. I gotta tell you, getting the pin back in there is the worst thing about these, and you do need the pin. You can also load off the bottom. But it is kind of softer, so I'm taking my glove off for this one. So what you do is you just twist it a little bit. It pops right off. And then you can fill in Orbeez or something in there. But it does kind of block it. But before I tell you too much about what I really think about these, let's go see what they're like in the field, huh? Hello, cadets. I'm not sure how this segment's going to go with YouTube's guidelines, so I made it easy to cut out after we upload it later. So, one of my favorite things about these products is you can uncap the bottom and fill it. A lot of times they put Orbeez, but all I like to put is Poppets. Now, these are classified as a firework. That's why I don't know how YouTube's going to handle this. Just a reminder of what these do real quick. Cadet Silas, you got your safety goggles on? Yeah. Okay, so test throw, just to remind you what Poppets are like. Pretty cool, right? Well, let's see what happens when you put them in one of the airsoft grenades. Okay, so we're going to get over here and I'm going to instruct you. Now, much like a real grenade, you just pull the pin and throw it. They don't always open, so we'll see how this works. Now, I do want to say, this is not safe. Do not do this at home. If you want to do anything like this, usually if you even want to play with these at all, make sure to get parent permission. Let them know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he knows. Now get your safety goggles back on, bud. Cadet Silas has trouble taking his goggles off. Okay, so let's start off with two of them. Now, of course, these come in a wide range of shapes and sizes. So we have the M18 Smoke and the fake frag.
Don't do this at home.
Yeah, don't do this at home. So this is our target. We're going to throw them up and we want them to fall right there, okay? So here's your fake frag grenade. So first thing, bud, you're supposed to pull the pin out. Okay, so you can see what happens if you throw it down without taking the pin out. I guess it's good to get failures on camera. So let's do this one now. Not really as violent as I thought. Yeah, there's a bunch just smokes now. You can always stomp on them if they don't go off. So I'm going to try re-throwing his, see if I can get the rest to come out. Looks like you popped all yours. Alright, so I got two more here. Okay, Bubba, you gotta follow the directions real close this time, okay? So watch me and do what I do. Take the grenade. So look, you take the pin out. Good job, now toss it up. That was probably the best one yet. Those are always really fun. Of course, if you do this stuff, always wear proper eye protection, and don't do this around people. Don't throw it at people. It's not a projectile. Okay, so now that you've seen what the tadpoles can do, let's look at a more traditional ammo. The little Nerf balls. Now, first thing I want to say about this ammo is it sucks. It comes in 3 different sizes, and it's hard to consistently get the size you actually order. But they are a lot of fun. And I've been wondering how to do this segment for a while. I was going to do a tent or something, but I can't find my tent. So I'm going to go set up in the tub, and we'll show you what it's like in there. So here we are in the bathtub. Like I said, I wanted to do this in a tent or something, but this is kind of the best I could find.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Fix the camera a bit.
Go.
Into.
My head.
Okay.
My head jumped off.
Okay, so put on your safety glasses.
Yeah. Okay. Safety glasses.
Good job, Bubba. Okay, so we're going to start with the worst one. This is the World War I recreation one. This broke the first time I threw it. It's also the only one with a different mechanism. You pull this string, and I guess you push this button and throw it and it comes apart. The problem is, it broke the first time I did it. What attaches the canister to the rod? So when you push the button out, it just fires.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so let's start with this one. Alright, you got your safety glasses on?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, it didn't do it on camera. Oh!
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's dangerous. What's that? Put your goggles back on, bud.
I haven't seen a restore.
That's what I was telling you. You have to keep your goggles on the whole time, okay?
Okay.
You don't want to get hurt and you don't want to lose an eye.
What happens when I don't?
You lose an eye, bud.
You
Okay, so look, this thing didn't even come apart fully. Little pieces of it rained down everywhere, so I guess it's broken all the way now. I tried not using it until this video.
that sucked.
Yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
No one did like the video that time.
It could only hold 3 of the normal balls. Now, these are all loaded up differently because they all have different amounts of ammo in
I
them.
know.
So, first off, Cadet Silas will use this F1, and I'll use the MF36. I do not remember which ones have which in it, so we'll find out and I'll call them as we do it. So, Silas. Alright, pull your pin. And toss it to the corner. Oh, God. So, it looks like mine had 3 of the .75 inch balls in it. I put the tricolor ones in them. And it looks like the other one had 6 of the smaller. Just leave that for now. Okay, so. Oh, it looks like it knocked the camera. Okay, so next I will be doing the M18 Smoke, which holds 9 pellets. You want this one? Okay, so this is the Frag Delay M6. So keep your goggles on. Alright. Pull your pins. Put your pin up here. Unlike the real ones, you don't have to worry about throwing them immediately when you take the pin out. So toss it. I really was hoping you'd see the balls bounce around more.
Why me?
Right? Balls everywhere.
Balls everywhere.
Okay, so next we have, what is this? The M26A2. That's my favorite. And the B22. So I'm going to try throwing this more down and see if I can get them to bounce up. Oh, dang it. You know, I'm starting to think this wasn't the safest place to do this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there was one left. You want to do it? It is the Gurn Hand Frag. That was nuts.
Yeah, I know, that was nuts.
Okay.
I want to do that again.
So as you can see, it did make quite a mess and it broke a few of them. But you didn't really get to see what they look like blowing apart. So I'm going to set up another camera and try to show that to you. Now, one reason we did it in there is it's easy to clean up. So I will do 2 out here to try to just give you a good splatter. So for our target, we have the Skibbity Toilet with jump scare action.
Anyways, you can put it like this. And like so.
You gonna show them how the Skibbity works?
Flush it. Flush it.
The worst thing about these is getting the pin back in. So you keep playing with that, and I'll go get the. Rest of them loaded up. Say skibbity dum.
Skibbity dum.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Skibbity skibbity.
Skibbity,
Skibbity skibbity. Skibbity skibbity.
skibbity.
Dom dom yes.
Yes.
Dom dom.
Yes.
Dom dom yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go load up more. So again, to reload these, I don't want to use the bottom plug. Put 2 down, close it, you get stuff in there, you get the next one down, you close it, and you get the last 2. Okay, so while he played with that, I got our 2 highest round capacity ones loaded up. So let's try to get a good video of this. I think I have...
Come on. Come on.
I think we have slow motion, so I'm going to try to set up slow motion. Okay, so we're going to unpin them and throw them now, and hopefully get some slow motion. Well, that was really cool, wasn't it? I was hoping more of the shots would be like that, but you know, at least Skibbity got to see the business. Cadet Silas showing us that melee always works on Skibbities. You got anything to say to the people at YouTube? I don't know if we can say that. Man, that was a blast, wasn't it? So as you can see, these aren't necessarily the most reliable thing. And they don't make that big of a mess, mainly because they can't hold that much stuff. I mean, if you put Orbeez, yeah, definitely. But definitely best thing this is for is distracting. I don't think you're going to get very many decisive moves on this. And it would be hard to argue. You know, you throw one of these in, you duck for cover, you're not going to see if your friend gets tagged. I really don't think they're too good for that, other than throwing in a room when you're retreating or something. But they are great if you just want to see some stuff bounce around, like you and a friend, kind of like me and Cadet Silas did today. So what is the rating for airsoft grenades? And I'm going to give it 1 thumbs up. Now, why 1 thumbs up? Because these things are a lot of fun, but they do have several issues. The first off being $40 for 6 of them. They hardly give you any balls. And they're really fragile. I mean, I had that stick one break right away. I've had a few other ones lose some parts. They still work. But for that much, they need to be more durable. They need at least like a soft layer of foam, like the hard foam on the Nerf Minecraft sword we just did a review on. Or even like a bouncy absorbent rubber. Just something to help the hard plastic not, because that's what's not taking the impact, because this stuff hits and it shatters. It's probably the type of plastic they're using a bit as well. My point is, maybe keep the mechanics the harder plastic, but it definitely needs some impact barriers, so it can absorb the impact and not destroy itself and function properly. These are good. I mean, they are a lot of fun. Especially if you wanna play like Captain America or something, like maybe you have a costume, great idea. But at the same time, this gets me to my next point about these. All of these are not safe. You remember we talked about safe and not safe paint jobs, such as my paint job on the Maverick Rev 6 back there. Not safe, no-go zone. Because you go out in public, you know, people already have a hard enough time telling if a Nerf blaster is real or not. If other toys, this looks too much like the real thing. This will definitely get you in a bad situation or hurt if you take it out in public. These are to be used at home and in closed settings with people who know you have them before you whip one out. You don't want to get yourself in a bad situation. If I had any more criticisms about the product itself, though, it would really just be the capacity. I mean, the sizes are good, but I feel they could alter the shape of the inside of the cradle a bit. Maybe they could just give you more, like let you choose the higher capacity ones. And some of them, like this one, they made the cradle really wide, but you can't really fit anything in there other than Orbeez. That's why I felt the smoke grenade one was like the best one, because you can get 9 in here, 9 of the small balls. You throw it and it's like a big whoosh, just out. It balloons out everywhere. Really, what you want to do is like you and a friend both throw one of these in before you go in, and then you come in with the Nerf darts. They are fun though. I do recommend them. They're probably not what you want to start your collection off with, though. It's more like something you want to get down the line as a novelty or to mix up or do something a little different than what you're used to. As for would I buy them again? Of course I would buy them again. You know, this is one of those sayings, like if I knew there was like a bored kid in the country somewhere, doesn't have much to do, I'd send him a box of these. He'll find his entertainment. I myself, growing up in the country, spent much of my childhood in a tree fort with a Red Ryder. And I gotta tell you, I don't think there's a lot of better ways I could have been spending my time. But I was fortunate enough to live in a place where I didn't have neighbors and I didn't have people to see me and to think the wrong things or make misinterpretations about my actions. Well, this has been a really fun review for me today and for Cadet Silas. He really enjoyed filming the parts he filmed for you. If you haven't already, I'd like to ask you to please drop a like and subscribe. Any interaction you can do with these videos really helps, especially because of the nature of this video. Now, a lot of my videos are marked for kids because this channel, while I do intend it for all ages, is I'm trying to make YouTube Kids a bit better. You know, there's a lot of bad content on YouTube Kids, right? So this one, I obviously could not mark for kids or it would get taken down pretty quickly. So I might have a few videos like this in the future. I, of course, am dedicated to bringing you safety and fun content at the same time. You know, sometimes I feel the best way to learn is to not only see someone doing it, but seeing someone doing stuff wrong. Which is why I leave in a lot of my mistakes. I, of course, would like to invite you back next week when we're going to be reviewing the SH6 finally. One of the contenders for the GOAT contest. And of course, that one is a Fortnite product, so there might be a few other surprises coming with that video. So if there's one thing I'd like to leave you with today, and maybe it's a little something these taught me, it's don't be afraid to try new things, you know? If something's not working, change something out and it might work a lot better. Well, till next time, cadets, stay safe out there.